person who should be applauded is the president who did the most selfless thing that anybody's done since George Washington. And that's really the truth. And all the rest of it will be long gone and forgotten. And so I'm just very proud of where we are in the state of the world right now, which I think many people are surprised by, and I think we're all very excited for the future.
George Clooney, Hollywood's ultimate charmer, the guy who could sell you a cup of air and make it sound sophisticated, is now caught in a career mess so wild it could be straight out of one of his own thrillers. And guess what? The drama isn't happening behind the scenes of a movie set, it's unfolding in real life. So who's the unexpected villain in Clooney's latest plot twist? None other than Bill Maher, the king of unfiltered opinions and the guy who never holds back, even if it means roasting a Hollywood A-lister on live TV. Yeah, things got that messy. Before we dive into the details of this celebrity smackdown, quick shout out for tuning in. Now strap in because this is about to get real. Clooney's downfall, well at least the internet's version of it, all started with something pretty routine, a political ad. Sounds harmless, right? Oh, if only. The whole idea was simple. Clooney wanted to remind Hollywood he still mattered. A little activism, a high-profile political ad? Sounds like a safe bet, right? Wrong. Instead of praise, the whole thing imploded. Not just a minor backlash, we're talking full-scale internet roasts. The ad, bankrolled by Vote Common Good, was supposed to inspire people. Instead, it became meme fuel. Critics tore it apart, calling it tone deaf, out of touch, and let's be honest, kind of cringe. A bad PR moment? Sure. But in today's cutthroat Hollywood, even a minor misstep can turn into a career nosedive. Back in the day, Clooney might have brushed off a scandal like this with a smirk and a tequila shot, but times have changed. The golden pass Hollywood once handed out to its icons? Long gone. Now, one wrong move and the industry is ready to move on without you. Determined to take back control of the narrative, Clooney did what any A-lister in crisis mode would do. He hit the media circuit. Fast damage control mode activated. But if he thought this was gonna be a smooth comeback tour, he was about to get a rude awakening. Because this wasn't just any PR cleanup job, this was high stakes, all or nothing damage control. His team had a master plan: book a primetime appearance on Real Time with Bill Maher as the ultimate redemption move. The idea? Clooney, ever the smooth talker, would charm his way out of the mess. He'd crack some jokes, drop a heartfelt apology, throw in some exclusive political insights, and remind everyone why they loved him in the first place. Foolproof, right? Well, not exactly. On paper, this was supposed to be a PR masterclass, the ultimate comeback move. There was just one tiny problem. Bill Maher wasn't buying it. Not even a little. When Clooney's team first reached out to real-time producers, they expected an easy win. A Hollywood A-lister? A big name exclusive? Surely Maher would be all over it. But nope, he shut it down immediately. His reported response? This isn't a platform for celebrity rehab. Oof, that one had to sting. Maher wasn't about to let Real Time turn into a glorified cleanup crew for a struggling star. His show was about no-nonsense political talk, not PR stunts for Hollywood elites trying to crawl back into public favor. Still, Clooney's team wasn't ready to throw in the towel just yet. They came back with an upgraded pitch, an exclusive tell-all, explosive revelations, spicy clapbacks at critics, a media circus that would dominate headlines for weeks. But Maher wasn't having it. He saw right through the desperation. Clooney showing up wouldn't boost the show's credibility, it would tank it. Maher's audience tuned in for sharp political commentary, not a celebrity redemption arc dressed up as an interview. As he reportedly put it, "Look, George Clooney might be a Hollywood heavyweight, but let's be real, he didn't single-handedly alter the course of the election." Translation: celebrities love talking politics, but that doesn't mean they actually change anything. By now, Clooney's team was scrambling. The repeated rejections weren't just a PR hiccup, they were turning into a full-blown public humiliation. But instead of backing down, they threw one last Hail Mary. A live, unscripted Q&A session. No scripts, no pre-planned talking points, just Clooney facing the public, raw and unfiltered. The idea? Show sincerity, address critics directly, flip the script in real time. But if Clooney thought this final gamble would sway Maher, he was in for a brutal wake-up call. Maher still said no. Cold. And this is where things went from bad to brutal. After getting shut down 3 times, Clooney finally stepped in himself. This wasn't just about saving face anymore, it was about pride. He reached out to Maher directly. No middlemen, no scripted pitches, just a man-to-man offer, an unscripted, unfiltered conversation to clear the air. A chance to settle things the old-fashioned way. But Maher still not budging. And this time, he didn't sugarcoat it. According to insiders, Maher basically told Clooney to his face, "This show isn't a rehab clinic for Hollywood egos." Oof, if the first 3 rejections stung, this one burned. For Maher, this wasn't just about keeping his ratings up. It was about protecting his platform. Real Time was built on sharp political debate, not celebrity damage control. And for Clooney, this wasn't just a professional hurdle anymore, it was humiliating. Think about it, for decades, Clooney had been Hollywood's golden boy, the guy who could walk into any room and get exactly what he wanted with nothing but a smirk. Now, he wasn't just getting rejected, he was being publicly shut down. And that's when things really got messy. Behind the scenes, Maher, never one to hold back, started mocking Clooney in private conversations. According to sources, he joked that Clooney's persistence was borderline pathetic, comparing it to auditioning for a pity party. Brutal, right? And of course, these jabs didn't stay private for long. Word got back to Clooney, and he was livid. But Maher wasn't done. He took things a step further. During one of his show's monologues, Maher delivered a scathing rant about Hollywood elites desperately clawing for relevance, ridiculing actors who think having a political opinion somehow makes them important. He never dropped Clooney's name, but come on, everyone knew exactly who he was talking about. Clooney, unwilling to let that slide, scrambled for Plan B. His team started pitching him for alternative platforms, looking for a way to tell his side of the story. One of the biggest targets, The Howard Stern Show. But here's the kicker, even Stern's team was hesitant. Think about that, Howard Stern, the king of unfiltered, no-holds-barred interviews, was nervous about having Clooney on. Why? Because at this point, Clooney's name wasn't just tied to Hollywood prestige anymore. It was a PR minefield. And the worst part? He was running out of moves. Behind closed doors, Clooney was spiraling. An insider described him as being in full meltdown mode. Not just furious with Maher, but livid at Hollywood itself. He feels abandoned, one source claimed, like the industry turned its back on him overnight. For a man whose career thrived on effortless charm, the sudden shift into anger and desperation was staggering. It wasn't just Hollywood that had changed, Clooney had too. Meanwhile, Maher, standing firm. He never had to say Clooney's name, the message was loud and clear. This wasn't just a celebrity spat, Maher was making a statement. By shutting the door on Clooney, he positioned himself as a gatekeeper of authenticity, making it clear his show wouldn't be used as a last-ditch effort to salvage a fading reputation. And now, this isn't just one PR disaster, it's a full-blown Hollywood reckoning. Because this moment, it isn't just about Clooney or Maher, it's about the new rules of the industry, where social media, shifting public sentiment, and an unforgiving audience can turn even the most untouchable stars into yesterday's news. The power dynamics have shifted, and Clooney, he's running out of moves. Studios backing away. Talk shows closing their doors. Clooney's path to redemption narrowing fast. So now, the question isn't just whether he can fix this. Is this the moment Hollywood finally moves on from George Clooney? Or does he still have one last play left? Let us know what you think in the comments. Has Clooney's golden era officially ended? And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications because trust me, this story, far from over.